Starting an LLC can be a big decision for your business. That's why in this video, I am going to break down the pros and the cons of starting an LLC so you will know how to make a great decision. But before we jump in, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of this wealth building information. Liability protection is one of the biggest reasons why you may want to start an LLC. When you set up a limited liability company, just in the name itself gives you that liability protection, and it can help you in the event that you have a lawsuit. What's extremely important is to make sure that you separate yourself from the business and to make sure that you, as the business owner or the member of the LLC, do not co-sign for loans, do not personally guarantee loans to loop yourself back into the liability of the business. LLCs have great tax flexibility. You can decide when you set up an LLC how you choose to be taxed. You can be taxed as a single member LLC if you are the only member of your LLC, or you can be taxed as a partnership, meaning you're going to need to file Form 1065 and the applicable state form with your state. You could also elect to be taxed as a C corporation, which I typically don't recommend for brand new LLC starting up. Or you could also be taxed as an S corporation. Having that level of flexibility is really one of the greatest benefits and a real pro of starting an LLC. LLCs have great operational flexibility in terms of being able to add members or to take members out. When you have an LLC and you want someone to come into your LLC, they will come in as a member of your LLC. And you can have unlimited number of members being added to your LLC. But just remember, when you are adding members to your LLC, it's so important for you to establish how your LLC is going to be managed. Is it going to be member managed or is it going to be manager managed? That is so important, especially if you are going to use the flexibility of being able to add additional members. You would hate to have 25, 50 people managing your one LLC. Cost and complexity are something that you need to consider when you are starting an LLC. Now, from a real perspective, when you are a single member LLC, the costs are going to be minimal to operate that LLC because you will only need to have one additional tax form in with your individual taxes, your Form 1040. However, if you are a multi-member LLC, you're going to have to file a Form 1065, which is going to be an additional tax form that you're going to have prepared. In addition, if you're going to have various members added in, each one of those members are going to receive a K-1 form, and those K-1 forms add up depending on how many members you add to your LLC. Additionally, every state has its own rules as to whether there is going to be a minimum tax or whether you're going to be tax-free as an LLC. So you want to definitely vet out what the total cost of running that LLC is going to be. And if you are a multi-member LLC, you're really going to need to have accounting done because you need to have a balance sheet so that you can prepare your taxes correctly. When you are an LLC, your credibility and your perception goes through the roof. Most businesses that are sole proprietors, meaning you just started a business, you're a sole proprietor, you have not formalized anything with the Secretary of State, a lot of those businesses don't get the respect that you will get when you set up an LLC. The reason why that is because when you form an LLC, you have to register with the Secretary of State. That means that your state that you formed your LLC in is going to have a record of you being a business, which means that they can verify that you are a legitimate business instantly. So that is going to give you better credibility better perception, and may even lend a lender to want to loan to you because you really are a legitimate business. Some of the potential downsides, and every business entity structure has downsides, but some of the potential downsides of having an LLC are, number one, when you have an LLC and you are profitable, at least $400 in profit, you have to pay self-employment tax. That's an additional 15.3% on top of the income tax that you already have to pay. Additionally, when you are an LLC, you need to make sure that you have a detailed, ironclad operating agreement that specifies how you're going to do business. And if you decide you no longer want those members inside of your LLC, you have to go through a process by which you get those members out of your LLC. So there's always downsides of any business structure. Future growth of your business and scalability is really important. I know a lot of us just start our businesses off wanting to make money, but I want you to start thinking about, where is my business going to be a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from now? Think big, because when you're dealing with an LLC and you started off as a single member, you can easily bring somebody in and make a multi-member LLC. So then you can scale that way. Additionally, if your business grows, you can convert it to an S corporation and have it taxed as an S corporation. You can eventually have it taxed as a C corporation. So LLCs have great growth potential depending on how you determine you want to grow and scale your business. It allows you to kind of grow up, if you will, and get a feel for what it's like to take your business from a lower level with the least amount of burden to a higher level as a C corporation. At the end of the day, when you are making a decision to whether you should be an LLC or not be an LLC, look at various things. Look at the complexity of operations, look at the cost of ownership, look at the scalability of having that business, look at the ability to have flexibility to add people in, to take people out. These are all the things that you need to consider, but make sure you vet all of that out with a professional that has dealt with LLCs from the beginning and major LLCs, because they can share insight with you on things that you need to consider. And at the end of the day, you do not want to spend money and waste it. You only want to do what I like to say, one shot, one kill. Let's get it right the first time, and let's not waste any money. Because when you waste money, that's less cash in your pocket, less cash to invest back in your business, and less cash for you to grow your business up to where you want to be. So now that you know better, it's absolutely time for you to do better. I need you to like, comment, and share, as well as subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any wealth building information. Now go get after it.